Hi, it's Elle, and we're reading The Berenstain Bears Go Out for the Team by Stan and Jan Berenstain. Wow, said Brother when he saw the Cub League field. It was a real field with fences and foul lines and real bases and grandstands and everything. And teams wore uniforms. Brother and sister signed up right then and there. They got ready for tryouts by practicing. They practiced hitting fields. They practiced fielding and hitting. Mama showed them how to choke up on a bat against a fast pitch. They even practiced bunting and base running. But as tryout day drew nearer, they began to get a little nervous. Try to calm down, said Mama. It's only a game. Besides, the worst that can happen is you won't make the team. You can always try out again next year. No, that's not the worst that can happen, said Brother, looking gloomy. The worst that can happen is if Sis makes the team and I don't. I consider it a sexist remark, snapped Sister angrily. Well, not completely, said Mama. After all, Brother's older than you and he's very proud of his baseball ability. I see what you mean about pressure, said Sister. Finally, the day of the tryouts came. There were Cubs all over the field and league officials with clipboards and sunglasses so you couldn't see what they were thinking. Each Cub had a number, and the officials moved around the field watching the Cubs and making checks on their clipboards. Talk about pressure. Brother and sister were nervous at first. Sister missed an easy ground ball, and brother swung too hard at the bat, missed the ball completely, and fell down on the seat of his pants. But as the tryouts continued, they both settled down and did a little better. Brother remembered to choke up the bat. He hit a good single and went to second base when the fielder bobbed the ball. Sister fielded some grounders as well. And once she was batting, the catcher dropped the third strike, and she ran to the first base even though she had struck out. There was a big fuss, but an official was watching and said she was right. Well, how did you do? Said Mama when she and Papa came to pick the Cubs up after tryouts. Hard to say, answered Brother. We certainly weren't the best. But we weren't the worst either, said Sister. Anyway, it's only a game, and the worst that can happen is we don't make the team. Yeah, sighed Brother. We can always try again next year if we want to. When will you know? Asked Papa when they headed home. They're going to post the results on the bulletin board tomorrow, said Brother. Well, said Papa the next day, don't you think we ought to drive over and check up? I guess so, said Brother. Me as well, said Sister. When they reached the field, Brother and Sister ran to the bulletin board. Talk about pressure, said Papa, mopping his brow, and Mom waited in the car. Indeed, said Mama, fanning herself. At last, Mama and Papa heard a shout as Brother and Sister burst out of the crowd around the bulletin board. We made it! We made it! They shouted and jumping for joy. There are 4 teams in the league, said his sister. The Cardinals, the Blue Jays, the Orioles, and the Catbirds. We both made the Cardinals. Terrific, said Papa. Congratulations, said Mama. On the day of the first game, the Cubs looked elegant in their uniforms. and Mama and Papa sat up front in the grandstand. Brother was up to bat against the Blue Jays. The pitcher wound up and threw a fastball. Brother watched it go by. "Strike one," called the umpire. "That was no strike," screamed Mama, waving her hat. It was wide by a mile. Call yourself an umpire." "Mama, please," his sister from the sidelines. "Calm down. And remember, it's only a game." "Sorry about that," said Mama. Then she straightened her hat, sat down, and enjoyed the rest of the game.